we still on relationships to a ancestor, and we did do the relationship to them based on which generation they are, and now we want to see how far or distant a relative they are. So when I take this, I use the sitter as a reference, and I say, okay, well, the sitter is a reference, and anybody that's basically really close to the sitter is a close relative, or say, for instance, their wife would be there next to them or in line with them, really close. And the other thing I want to do is I want to identify, well, is this the mother or the father side? This is now on this one, it shows all the relatives on the mother side. So it could be that the father was estranged from the family and this person had nothing to do with the father or their relatives when on that side. This typically happens in Africa quite a bit, so not going to go further into that. It's just something that happens. All right, so we could then see that if I have somebody that's quite close to the sitter and on the mother side, it could really be the mother. If I see it's one generation before, it could be the mother even more. If I have somebody that's a little bit further removed, it could be the sister of the mother. If it's still further removed, it could be a cousin of the mother's. So there could be any number of relatives and the further they get away, the further removed they are. And remember that what we want to really hammer home here is that you set the reference for what you want to use, and then the ancestors would then fit into this in that way. If you want to go a bit more technical into this, so the technicality of this is that I ask my guides to speak to the ancestors, or I set the intention for the ancestors up front. So if I see there's an ancestor, I say, please, this is my system. Please find out from my guide, or you can explain to them, how your system works, and you say, I want you to position yourself on the left or right based on whether you are part of the father side on the left or mother side on the right. And if a person moves to the left-hand side, okay, well, this person is on the father side. You say, well, I want to know which generation you are. Are you the same generation as this person? Are you on their parents' generation level, or on a grandparent? And then I see, okay, well, this person then moves up one notch, and I say, okay, well, it's on the father side, one notch up and quite close to the person. So I say, okay, well, now I say, are you the person's father? And and you could have then a single signal for yes and no. So thumbs up, or nodding the head up and down, or making something in an affirmative manner would then state that yes, okay, this is correct. So you ask them to position themselves, you have your system, they position themselves, you ask the question, you check, and they then confirm. So this is really a nice way to look at ancestors and then identifying them as well.